To all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it's Wick back with another wicked weekly wind-up. This week's topic is Gelphie fanfics, back by popular demand. It turns out people did vote on my Tumblr poll. I just stupidly didn't know how to check the votes, so that's why in my last video I had said nobody voted on anything except Discord. But sorry. But luckily, luckily everyone on both websites, once again, I do believe that Discord and Tumblr are the only places where people responded this week, did respond for the same thing, Gelphie fanfic. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it because one, I don't have much else to talk about this week since nobody else left any other things they wanted me to shout out for them this week. And two, even though this is only a one shot, it does take a little bit of time to read these, and I do like to keep these 10 to 15 minutes. So I will be reading Bewitching Eyes by Story Reader 01 on Archive of Our Own. Link will be in the description. I also shouted this individual out last week, and I greatly appreciate you sending in the very first fanfic for this little vlog series. I do already have somebody else that has a fanfic kind of waiting in the wings, so to speak. So I would like to either read theirs in a future week or maybe do this theirs as a part two to the video. We'll see how I'm feeling. But again, without further ado, on to the Gelfie fanfic. Oh, and I also forgot to mention my shirt says "Born this Gay" because actually I just went to another one of my local Pride fests yesterday, as of the time of filming this video. So 2 days ago at the time of releasing. Sorry, side note. Hope everyone else has been having a happy Pride. All right, back into another Wicked Weekly watch, or I guess in this case, read. Because as you guys can see, I will be reading a Gelfie fanfic as by popular demand at the poll. And I, in specific, will be reading a fanfiction from Story Reader 01, who I gave a shout out to last video and will obviously give a shout out to in this video. Thank you for being the first person I read a fanfic of, but I already have another person who is next in line, and I will happily take on anybody else. But for the time being, let us give it up for Story Reader 01. I will read your story in my not very dynamic voice, so I will do my best, but I apologize that I will definitely not have a lot of range to give these people a diverse amount of voices, even if it's just two characters. Well, four. But anyways, let us go with Bewitching Eyes. Summary. Elphaba hates parties, but one pair of haunting eyes keeps enchanting her from across the ballroom at Glinda's Halloween soiree. Give in to the temptation if you dare. Nice. That's a little something I wrote over 2 weeks ago, inspired by Wicked 20 coming up. Ooh, so this is a throwback. Because I just started with this one because it's the shortest one, and I don't know how long it'll take me to read a one shot, so this is a good starting point. I wanted something to contribute, considering it's going to be Wicked's 20th anniversary on Broadway soon. Yes, I realize I'm posting this a little over a week beforehand. LOL. Joy face and green heart emoji. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the read. Me too. I mean, I know I'm going to enjoy reading it because it's yours, but I hope people enjoy, including you, especially you enjoy hearing me read it. Also, I feel required to mention that this is my first time writing something of this stature, so please be kind. Yes, I do hope that anybody who listens to this will take the time to leave a comment and or kudo on this fanfic or this video that I can redirect the author to. But of course, yeah, be nice. You can roast my voice acting because I'd find that funny, but don't roast this person's writing. Anyways. The gaudy ostentatiousness of Glinda Upland's annual Halloween bash at the Oz Grand Hotel made Elphaba want to retch. She stared up at the glittering building with disdain as paparazzi swarmed to the pink carpet entrance. Come on, Elfie, it'll be fun, insisted sister Nessarose, rolling up in an elaborate, jewel-encrusted wheelchair. She would. She adjusted the ruby-red slippers peeking out from her Dorothy Gale costume. I know I already read this, but I forgot, and I'm actually reading this on my first take, so depending on how good or badly I'll do, I'll re-record it. But if you guys are hearing this version, and I'm giving live reactions, essentially, because I forgot some of these details. Because I almost read this as Glinda because it said Elfie, so that's why I gave Nessa a way too boisterous voice there. But maybe it's in character for this particular fic. Anyway, sorry, let me keep going. About as much fun as a root canal, Elphaba grumbled, fidgeting with the clunky black hat her sister had plopped on her head to complete her makeshift Wicked Witch outfit. Try to get in the spirit and keep me company. I'd be lost in there alone, Nessa pleaded. Elphaba sighed deeply, knowing Nessa was right. Fine. but I'm only staying 1 hour, and I'm eating as many fancy rich people appetizers as I can stuff in my mouth. She would. Also same. It's a deal, Nessa laughed, leading the way inside. Elphaba's stomach turned at the explosion of garish Halloween decor assaulting the ballroom. Dancing skeletons, spooky, scary skeletons, cobwebs dripping from chandeliers and oversized pumpkin centerpieces. Subtle, she snorted. Nessa shook her head amusedly at her sisters grumbling as they made their way through the elaborate costumes and loud music. Elphaba snagged a chocolate-dipped strawberry from a passing waiter and popped it in her mouth, savoring his offended scowl. More than the treat, that'd be even funnier if she secretly hated the candy, but she just liked his expression more. Elfie, there's Fiero, look. Nessa was mesmerized by the star quarterback sauntering through the crowd in a scarecrow outfit. But Elphaba barely noticed, catching sight of another costume across the ballroom. Hostess Glinda held court in an exaggerated ball gown and tiara, evoking Glinda the Good Witch. Elphaba loathed to admit it, but she looked captivating. Their eyes met. Hands touch. Eyes meet. No, I'm just kidding. I can't sing at all. And Glinda waved eagerly before gliding over. Welcome, she cried, bubbly as a shaken bottle of champagne. I like that description. I feel like that's something that Gregory Maguire would have used in his books. Elphaba, what a scary good witch costume. And Nessa, absolutely precious as Dorothy. Elphaba forced a cackle. That's right, I'm wicked. Beware. She wiggled her fingers menacingly. Glinda giggled and leaned closer. It's fabulous. You should dress like this more often. With the rainbow thing since it's Pride Month. Well, I guess it's Halloween in this fic. A wisp of Glinda's floral perfume tickled Elphaba's nose, along with something else. Intrigue? Curiosity? Before she could ponder further, Glinda was guiding her toward the dance floor. Dance with me? She asked, eyes glinting. Elphaba hesitated, but found herself swaying awkwardly with petite Glinda as partygoers whispered around them. Gay? Being so close, Elphaba saw details she'd never noticed before. Try not to make a dirty joke here. The elegant line of Glinda's neck, the way her blonde curls caught the light, it awakened a strange fluttering feeling in the pit of her stomach. The song ended, and Glinda's eyes held a delicious hint of mischief. Let's sneak away, just us girls, she whispered, pulling Elphaba through a side door marked roof access before she could respond. Yeah, Glinda doesn't take no for an answer, does she? A rush of night air hit Elphaba's face as they emerged on an empty terrace overlooking downtown Oz, glittering like an emerald city below. Glinda leaned on the carved railing, her ball gown and curls fluttering. Simply needed some air and a chance to... She faltered uncharacteristically. Elphaba bristled, crossing her arms. A chance to what? Glinda turned, traces of moonlight catching her delicate features. To talk. To you. About what? Elphaba asked guardedly. Being alone with Glinda was uncomfortably intoxicating. Glinda looked up at her earnestly. I hope we could connect tonight. Elphaba stiffened. Connect? You and I have nothing in common. Why did you bring me here? Why did you accept the invitation and go? Anyways, because ever since we studied together that day after class, I felt a spark between us. Glinda said vulnerably. I can't stop thinking about you, Elphaba. Elphaba flushed deep green under her costume makeup. No one had ever confessed such feelings for her, least of all perfect, popular Glinda. Noticing her retreat, Glinda touched her arm reassuringly. We're more alike than you realize, Elfie. Please give me a chance. Elphaba studied those soulful eyes, letting her usual sarcastic armor fall away. I'll try. Glinda's smile glowed brighter than the glittering skyline. Slowly, she lifted her hands to Elphaba's face, gently caressing her sharp cheeks. Elphaba's breath quickened as Glinda drew her into a soft, questioning kiss. As their lips parted, Elphaba resisted the urge to pinch herself. So you've dreamed of kissing the repulsive school freak? Fascinating. Glinda smirked. You're the most intriguing, maddening, beautiful freak I've ever met. Yeah, I can see her saying that in canon. Overwhelmed by the force of Glinda's confession and her bottled up longing, Elphaba pulled her into a deeper kiss. Halloween costumes and inhibitions forgotten. When they finally drew apart, foreheads touching, Elphaba felt dizzy with catharsis. I have to say, this party just got a lot better. Glinda laughed, bright as sunshine. At that moment, nothing else mattered. Not their differences, their peers' judgment, or the future. Just two kindred spirits embracing an enchanting connection under the moonlight. There's a little time skip. So, said Elphaba, leaning against the shadowed corner of the terrace, do you lure random green girls up here often? Glinda laughed, swatting her arm playfully. You're the first, and hopefully last. They smiled shyly, the thrilling newness of their tryst sinking in. What will people say about the popular princess and the school freak? Elphaba mused. Who cares what people say? Glinda nestled closer. All I know is that when I'm with you, I feel... What? Understood. Seen. Free. The raw honesty in Glinda's voice stirred something in Elphaba. Well, aren't you as sweet as pumpkin pie? She quipped, but felt secretly touched. Glinda traced a finger along Elphaba's jawline, admiring her unique beauty. Sharp edges, luminous eyes. You know this can't get out, right? Elphaba said seriously. If my father ever found out. Now I totally get this feeling. Okay, first of all, it's Pride Month. Second of all, you know Elphaba would loudly declare her gayness in Frex's face. But no, I understand this is a fanfic in an AU. Sorry, let me keep continuing. Sorry, this is so ironic that I said let me keep continuing right when my cam recorder gave out. Anyways, let me keep continuing. Glinda silenced her with a kiss. Let tomorrow worry about itself, but I meant what I said. I want to know you, Elfie Throp. Looking at Glinda, dazzling, effervescent, Elphaba wondered what she could see in a caustic introvert like herself. The glow in Glinda's eyes when they kissed ignited a flame inside Elphaba she'd never expected. Just promise me one thing, Elphaba whispered. Anything. That this isn't a one-time Halloween pity party. I couldn't bear that. Glinda caressed her cheek tenderly. I promise. Something real is starting here. They leaned into a kiss that lingered, soft and full of unspoken longing. In Glinda's embrace, for once Elphaba felt beautiful, seen, home. Should we go back to the party? Glinda mused. Elphaba smirked wickedly. Actually, I thought we might slip away somewhere more private. Glinda's eyes sparkled with delicious possibilities. Taking Elphaba's hand, she led her toward a discreet rooftop exit, eager to explore the surprising connection. The night was still young and magic was in the air. And that concludes the fanfiction for this week. Next week will be the Aussie in History video. I'm gonna make a short, PowerPoint for it. Everyone please send in your maybe favorite Aussie fiction, or not fiction, I'm sorry, fact that you have. If you want me to throw something into the PowerPoint for you, it's okay if not. Otherwise, I encourage you guys in the comments or whatnot, maybe do list some of your favorite Gelphie and Wicked fanfic, because I really only rather read one shot so I can read them in one episode. But of course, I know there's plenty of great long fics out there, so I'd be interested to hear what people recommend. For now, that is all, and I hope to see everyone back here next week. Peace.